$9,200 every year that they apply, and approximately $3,600 in scholarship every year. So the different costs that you're looking at when you enter a UC system is pretty much these four components here. It's going to be your registration fees, your housing, if you decide that you're going to be living on campus, your books and supplies, and then of course your transportation. So what is financial aid? So financial aid is basically a wide range of resources that come from federal and state to help you cost your education. The different types of financial aid that you may be possibly eligible for is going to be scholarships, loans, and grants. And all of these vary per family, because when we're looking at financial aid, it looks at your financial aid situation individually or as a family. So although you may have some or none of these offers, those amounts and what you're eligible for is going to vary from student to student. So let me talk a little bit about UC scholarships. UC Davis has the Regents, the Alumni, and Restricted Scholarships. You automatically become eligible for these scholarships when you submit your admissions application. If you want a little bit more information on those various types of scholarships, you can visit our website, which is financialaid.ucdavis.edu, and just click on our scholarship sites. We also strongly encourage you, when you're looking at your UC scholarships, that's great, but we always strongly encourage all students to look at outside scholarships on your own. There are so many sources that are out there. You can look within your community, you can look with church groups, you can look at different clubs, and even your high schools will have these resources available for you. You can also go online. These are for the main scholarship sites that we encourage you to visit. And they all depend on, they can be on financial need, what your interests are, have you done any community work. So it's a wide range of what you may be eligible for. So how do you get financial aid? Well, how do we, make you offers? The first and the key thing that I must, express to you today is that you always want to complete a FAFSA. Okay, the FAFSA, it's a free federal application that you'll want to submit right when you're considering, continuing your education. Basically, what it's going to do is that it gathers all of your personal information. Okay, it gathers all your financial information, number in households. It collects all this data to give us what your financial need is, and then that information is given to all the UCs that you apply to. Another key thing to remember is when you complete your FAFSA is that you'll want to ensure that your GPA verification form is submitted. And your high school is responsible for doing that. It's very important because that is what the California Student Aid Commission uses in order to award you Cal Grants. So what happens after you complete your FAFSA is that the UCs are now going to go out with offers to you. Most UCs will make an offer to you by the May 1 or before the May 1 decision deadline. When you get your offer, review it. You'll want to review that because there's a lot of financial information that you're probably not even familiar with. If you don't understand what your financial aid offers is, make an appointment. Call whatever school you're interested in going so that you get a good overview of what you're being, what you're eligible for and what you're looking at for that academic year. Okay. Most students will have some sort of, not all, but most students will have some sort of contribution that they will also need to make towards costing their education. So some things you'll want to be looking at or thinking about now is how am I going to come up with that contribution? You need to start talking to your families, you need to start talking to your parents. You can possibly get a summer job. Like I mentioned before, look into those outside scholarships. Family and friends, of course. And then there's always an option, if you think that you're not financially eligible, then your parents can always assist you with that as well, as far as taking some sort of loans out for you. So just some tips that I want to just kind of leave you with is be proactive. Now is when you really want to start thinking about that. I mean, it's great, you look at all these schools, but, there's going to come a cost with that, so you really want to start thinking about that now. When you get your offers, pay attention to all the deadlines and those requirements, because most of your offers have some sort of action item that you need to take on that, to receive that. And keep all this information organized. So here's just some resource information. This is the website that you'll want to visit. This is the FAFSA.ed.gov. In order, to look at your different loans. It's the federal student aid site. And some other resources that we have also, if you're looking at, how am I going to cost this? We have budgeting tools, money management. You can visit our site, but most UCs will have that when you go to their financial aid link. As far as, how you can start planning for that now. Okay, and so what you're going to do at this point is, if you're looking at entering a UC, it's applying. It's between November 1 and November 30th. And file your FAFSA. That's key. That's between January 1 and March 2nd. I think that's all the time.